Okay, so today I'm going to take you through a little bit of core stability on the roller. It's going to challenge your balance and get you thinking about your deep core muscles. So first things first, let's get onto the roller. Alright, so you're going to place your bottom down the end, okay? So you never want it too far up, okay? Otherwise we might not get the head onto the roller, and then we're going to bring ourselves back down, okay? Alright, good, I might just bring that down a tad more so that you can see. Alright, especially if you're tall, you want that bottom down the end. For me, I'm not so tall. Okay, alright, so let's just get the spinal fluids moving, get everything kind of warmed up, and kind of just have a feel of the articulation of the spine as we go up and down in a pelvic roll-up, okay? The roller is really good for feeling this spine now. So first thing I want you to do is bring in the pelvic floor and then press your lower back into the roller so the hips tilt back, okay? Then you're going to lift your hips up. You're going to pause at the top, feel the glutes briefly, take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, press down and relax the hips. Alright, so let's go again. Pressing the lower back into the roller. Alright, you just want to get that lower back nice and mobile. Also the rest of the spine, but it's more so the lower back that most people get quite tight. So lifting up and then back down, and we're going to go one more. And back down. Okay, all right, so let's challenge the balance first. We're going to start off with a couple of side knees. Start to bring your feet towards each other. Okay, now I have my feet together, knees together. Now if you aren't very good on your balance, what you can do is actually just have a little bit of space between your heels. You don't have to have it so nice and together. All right, okay, but it is harder when you have your feet together. Okay, from here I want you to imagine you've got a spirit level that's sitting across your hip bones. Engage the TrA muscle, okay, so kind of, you know, feel like those lower abs are hugging your hips. Okay, from here I'm going to take my right knee out to lower down towards the mat while it stays bent, and I want you to imagine the bubble on your spirit level staying centered. So we don't want these hip bones to move at all. Hug the hips again and then alternate, taking the opposite leg out and trying to keep your hips nice and still. All right. Breathe out as you go into the move. Breathe in as you come in. Breathe out. Good, and as you go through these, start to think really light through the soles of your feet, like they're barely there. So Joseph Pilates talked about that concentrated movement, yeah? So you kind of have to think. Think about getting that TrA pelvic floor co-contraction and then going into the move. So there's a lot going here on the lower abs, but also just start to think about now the upper abs here. And last one. Okay, so from here I'd like you to bring your left arm off the mat. You're going to have it come up, okay? Then from there, bring your core on and bring your right arm up to match, okay? Oh, hello pussy, you need to move. Lulu, out of the way. Come on. Okay, so now we're going to bring the left arm off the mat. I want you to hug those hips, use those upper abs to keep you on the roller as you now bring your right arm up to match. Okay, stay centered. All right, concentrating now think about all the muscles you use to engage your core. So I always say, like, a good way to think about it is when you cough. So if I cough, you kind of feel everything here tighten. So I want you to think about the hip hugging TrA, upper muscles under the ribs and your side muscles. All right, I'm going to start with the right arm, and I'm going to start about halfway, bringing it down, stopping there. I'm then going to bring it back up. Okay, so that didn't feel too bad. Let's try the other side now. And bring it back in. So focus really harder then, that's harder for me to balance. And as you go through this move now, you're going to make it bigger. So you kind of find that spot where you're a little more challenged. And back. Good. Try to breathe out as the arm goes down. And breathe in as you come back in. Good, so everything's nice and aligned here as we're lying here on the roller. Do one more each side. Relax the thighs, put all that work into your core. Great, so we're going to combine the two moves. So I'm going to take my right arm out just slowly and just a small move with the left knee. So the left knee is going out to the side, opposite to my right arm, and bringing it back in. So always start small and then build up so that you don't fall off. Right leg out to the left arm out. Good. Really staying focused. Try to minimize the wobble on the roller. Good, 4 more. Increase the depth if you feel you're able to. Focus. Last one, right leg, left arm. Okay, so now we're going to try same leg, same arm. So starting with my right arm, right knee, taking it out to the side and bring it back in. And you'll feel when you start to wobble, just think about engaging everything through your center here. Now I know it's going to be harder this side for me. And back in. Good. And like I said before, just warm up to the range. You feel a little challenged. As you start to wobble, those core muscles working harder to regroup, rebalance. Oh, that's harder. So you'll always feel that opposite side kind of trying to counteract and get that balance right. Okay, last one, left arm, left knee. Good, okay, so you rest your arms down. Another way that you could also get a focus on this core strength a bit is just to bring one knee up into tabletop. And then from here, just bring the opposite arm to stretch behind and bring it back down. Now, keep that leg up. It's going to be harder now when I bring the same arm to come behind, okay? So we're just going to keep alternating. Just be careful too. Your ribs are going to want to flare up here to the ceiling. Try and keep them pressed down. Use those upper abs as well. we'll go one more each arm. TrA, pelvic floor, connecting. And last one. Good. Rest that leg. Bring the other leg up. Find your center. Okay. Opposite arm always to start. Get a feel. Whoop. Alright. Concentrate as you bring your same arm behind. Very simple moves, but ones that you really have to focus on so that you don't fall off. And go 4 more. And last one. Woo. I switched everything off too quickly on that last one. So you see here I've got a couple of weights. I've got half a kilo and then I've got a full kilo of weights. While we're here on the roller, we can enjoy a nice chest stretch by bending the elbows out to the side. Now you can do this without weights, obviously, and just breathe it out. Now most people I know need this stretch if they're in an office desk environment where they're sitting a lot and their posture is suffering. So you really open up that chest from being closed up. And as you breathe out, just let everything relax and go. And really feel that through your pec muscles. And slowly bring that in. All right. You can add a little bit of mobility through your shoulders by doing what we call tin soldiers, taking that weight behind. Linger a little longer on any tighter side. So this is generally my tightest side. Let that open up a bit. And back. Just do a couple more. Don't worry too much about the rib cage, neutral spine, any of that. It's all about the shoulder. Just loosening up. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple progressions from what we've just done. Okay, so the last one that we did, we had our feet together, knees together. We brought one arm up, and I'm keeping the weight down, and then I'm going to bring the other arm up. So you start with the arms, and you just start into the same position. All right, where you might just challenge yourself with the weights now. So the weight's going to pull that body across more, especially if it's a little bit heavier. Yeah, so these are half kilos. Half kilos is enough to start with. You'll see that it will really challenge your balance. And then you can add the opposite knee. Okay. Woohoo, that challenges it. All right, I've got one more each side just to demonstrate. Keep that rib cage down, pelvic floor on. And then the same arm, same leg. So I'm starting with my right arm, right knee. Okay. So if you return back to this video and you've done some without weights, the next progression is to add these weights to it. Okay, and then the same, you can do that with the one knee up, okay, and just use your weights to go back and forth, okay. So same thing as before, but you just added some weight. All right, so the next thing you can do to get some good core stability is holding on to these weights, is have the dumbbells sit upright onto the mat. Okay, and then from here, bring one leg into tabletop. Now this is quite challenging, and you can use your hands to press into the floor with these dumbbells, you can engage the lower ab and bring the other knee up to match. You'll then rest the first leg back down and then the right leg back down. So I'm going to start on the opposite side now. So right knee up, brace through your center between the hips, then the left, right down, and then the left. So I'm going to do a couple more of those. Left leg up, stay focused. Fortunately, you don't have far to fall with this one, but you really can't be focused on too much else other than what's going on here. Okay, and then what you might do is then progress from here. Bring one leg into tabletop, then the other, and then you can do some light taps. Keep the right angle of the leg, don't tuck your foot under. It's a very common mistake. 3 more. You see I'm very wobbly, everything's trying to stabilize while I stay on this roller. Good, and then I'm going to rest one leg down and then the next. Okay, so there's some pretty good, what I think would benefit to try and get some starting core work done, stabilizing of that pelvis and really understanding how those lower deep abs help stabilize the pelvis. I'm going to, give you one more. We're going to lie onto our back, and then from here, it's going to kind of almost mimic a bit of a plank, but you'll be lying down. Okay, so bring one leg up into tabletop. Find that neutral spine as you bring the other leg up. Yeah? Okay, good. Relax the shoulders. Now, I want you to place one hand on each knee, and then from here, press your hands and knees into each other. Did you feel a tightening of the lower abdominals? Okay, so hold that for me, breathe it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees a little bit, give that back a little bit of a stretch. Okay, we'll do 2 more. Okay, and again. All right. Pressing your knees into your hands. All right, let's press and hold. All right, starting to shake a little bit. I've done a lot of ab work this week. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, just circle around a couple of times. All right, so we're going to go one more. You will feel your back working, and that's fine. Okay, but also think about that lower TA muscle, hugging those hips, yeah? Okay, so if your back starts to get a bit tired, just check, are we getting the lower TA muscle on? All right, and press. Hold. Hold. Think about the TA. Have you also got your pelvic floor on? Good, and rest, have a short little stretch there for me. Okay, well done. So that's some good, just stabilizing exercises, nice and safe. It's going to help with your balance, which we need to focus on as we get older, but also this hip stability. Remember, everything here, flows on the top, flows down the bottom, so it's going to help keep you nice and stable. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you get to go through your progressions as you do this video time and time again. Okay, have a great week, guys. Bye for now.